Hey,
Hey guys, how are you?
how are you? How was the weekend? We are really busy with the tiny eco home, with preparing for it actually, and it's going really well. And we thought it might be a good idea to give you some in-depth info about who we actually are, and why we are doing this, and what brought us to this point in our lives.
Yeah, we made a big decision to change our life drastically about 2 years ago. It is partially based on a dream, on an ideal, but it was also based on almost a necessity. We both really thought about a lot of things in life back then, and we decided to make some changes. So we want to tell you a lot more about that.
Yes. So I guess it's me first. I'm going to talk to you in English like the other vlogs. And as you maybe know, English is not my mother tongue, so I'm going to do my best. And there might pop up some non existing or Dutch words, so you're warned. Yeah, so I was brought up in a very warm and loving family. And I've always experienced a strong connection between me and my brothers and sister and parents. And when I got older, I was creating more a life of my own, and I was lucky to also experience that connection with friends. During the years of studying, this connection with other students became even stronger by living a new and independent life together and helping and seeing each other grow up and become adults. Then I finished my studies and I graduated, and suddenly I felt that society wanted me to start behaving all grown up and find a job and a nice apartment. And like my friends, I did. But for the first time in my life, I felt the underlying bond between me and the people around me was changing, and everybody was living their own busy lives. And I was longing to find that connection again. And then I was so lucky to get hired for a job at Curacao. I moved here and I was welcomed by a warm and great team of people that worked hard and also spent a lot of free time together. And a lot of my colleagues had moved to this side of the world, at one point in their lives. And they all experienced how it was to start a whole new life in a foreign country. And this built a strong bond, and after longing long for it, I was finally feeling the connection with others again. As there is more time for the quality of life in Curacao, I also started to feel more fulfilled again, far away from the busy and scheduled life in the Netherlands. Although my surroundings were more free, I was still trying to find the right balance between work and private life. I was working hard and doing my best for the job that I loved so much, but I also realized that I was tired and lacking energy quite often. It made me wonder what was truly important to me and how I could create a fulfilling life, an independent life where I could experience connection and the right balance between work and free time. And then I met Richard.
Hey guys, welcome to my personal story on how all this got started for me. Looking back, my parents always taught me to be happy with what I have, or to work for something if I really wanted it. And that's how I lived most of my life, simply being content with who I am and what I own, but also working hard to achieve dreams. A few years ago, I was analyzing my life as it felt everything around me was getting more and more expensive. And I was wondering where my money was going. So I looked back at all my expenses of that past year, and the results were pretty shocking actually. I was spending my hard-earned money on a lot of things I didn't really need. Not only was I paying bills for unnecessary services, I was also collecting things I thought I would use and then later on storing them again, and it just felt like I was wasting time, money and resources, and this made me realize I wasn't living very efficiently actually. I took a very critical look at what really made me happy, and the answer wasn't very surprising actually. It wasn't the things I was buying or collecting, but it was the quality moments with friends and family. It was, the amazing trip that I took to learn more about the world, or it was the beautiful day at the beach to relax. Those were the things that really made me happy. So the material possessions were actually weighing me down and making me feel pretty locked up even. So I asked myself, what if I would spend my money differently? What would happen? And the answer turned out very positive actually. Just by getting rid of unnecessary costs and by buying less crap especially, my life already started to improve. At the end of the month, I had extra money to spend on the things that I really enjoyed, and this also gave me more mental room, as I didn't feel as if I had to work so hard to really support myself. This felt so good that it almost became like a game to find out how I could improve my life by living more efficiently. And at this point I met Babette. She came into my life. Do you remember our first date?
Oh yes, I do. Of course I do. Yeah, we had so much fun during dating, and we discovered a unique connection. And on our second date, we discovered that we actually share the same values in life. And as we told you before, I was looking for more connection and more freedom in my life, and Richard was looking for more financial independence.
Yep.
So that's what we talked about that night.
Yes, we did. And we started dreaming. We started dreaming about how we could pursue a healthier and richer life with more freedom. And those dreams became ideas, and those ideas eventually became plans. And that's how the Ripple was born. So next week we are going to tell you more about what we've done so far to achieve that dream. But we'll also share more information with you so that you yourself can pursue a happier and richer life with more freedom.
Yay!
So please join us again next week.
Okay, bye!
Take care. Bon Simang.